Thank you today.
Hey, Lay, you were talking after the game the other night about how this team was kind of learning how to win games, especially late in games. When the team is doing that, can you just talk about what that does for the confidence of the team? I mean, you guys are on a 6-game winning streak. What do you assess kind of where the confidence of this team is?
Where the confidence of the team is?
Yes.
I think it's in a good place. I think it's not too inflated. You know, every game is really tough in this league. There's no just show up and win a game. LA is 6-12 or something, but they're a really good team, battling through a lot of injuries. So I'd say confidence is high, but it's not an inflated sense of self, how good this team can be. And then in terms of, we won different ways in different games. So we've been up big and had to play with the lead. We've, had to battle back against Dallas. So I think we're learning how to win various types of games, which is what you have to do in this league, is just find a way. We won a game the other night where we shot no free throws. Like, that's just what you have to work through in this league. And I think that's some of that confidence is coming of, like, no matter what hits us in a game, we can figure out ways to win.
Thank you.
Okay, Rashawn, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Just this season, like, how do you define the way this season has gone for you? I mean, I know it's part of the business, right? But just with the contracts, being released and then re-signing and things of that nature, multiple times. Like, how has that been for you? How have you, navigated through that?
I mean, it's been difficult, to say the least, and a shock. But yeah, I've just tried to stay true to myself, try to stay grounded, try to stay poised, and the confidence in the player that I am. And so, landing at Minnesota was obviously a really good spot where I have great opportunity that I wasn't getting at New York. So it's really just been trying to stay true to yourself. In this business, it's really easy to get high and low depending on what's happening, and not get kind of shaken or rocked.
And what's been asked of you, once you got there? It seems like you've been a steadying force for this team. What's been asked of you since you've gotten there, and how have you executed it?
I mean, she always asks me to do a lot of things. She demands a lot from every single player on her team. And so I'm just trying to show up and do my job. So, getting through ball screens, playing both sides of the floor, which, I love to do, steadying the team. But at the end of the day, it's really making simple plays and not getting outside of myself. And that's, I think the best part is, like, I don't have to come out and drop 25 for us to, like, win a game. I don't have to do anything crazy, right? Like, I'm capable. I scored 18 the last game, but, like, all I have to do is come in and make simple plays, and run the team the way I'm very capable of doing. And so in that way, like, me fitting with the Lynx was just such a great opportunity, because they needed my skill set, and then I could shine with the pieces around me and just kind of be the glue.
And last thing, I was reading something, you never played with a dominant post player before till you got there in Minnesota. What's it been like playing with fouls? And I guess just how cool is it, really? I mean, you're talking about one of the legends in the game.
It's so fun. I'm like, oh, this is why Waylon and Sue, like, I mean, they're good players, right? Like, I'm really nice to be funny. Like, they're really good. But, like, when you play with a player of that caliber, like, the Stewies, the Asias, specifically the back to the basket players, like the Sylvia Fowles, it's just so fun because you can really just throw the ball up. Like, sometimes I'm like, I literally just catch it and I'm just flinging it over my head. And you have a player one with Sylvia that has really great hands. Like, not every player in this league has that. Like, she can catch pretty much any pass. And then her ability to finish around the rim, as good as she does, it makes your job as a point guard. Like, you just have this huge target and my eyes just light up. And so it's pretty cool. I don't take it for granted at all. Like you said, she's one of the best in the business to ever do it. So the fact that, she's towards the end of her career and I get the opportunity to play with her is pretty special.
Kent, did you have a follow-up?
Thank you.
Yeah, one real quick one. Coach was telling me the other day that they pursued you in free agency before the season came, but you ultimately decided to sign with New York. Can you talk about how difficult a decision that was at the time, and if you ever thought, like, maybe what would have happened if you'd been here from the start?
I think things work out, how they're supposed to be, but it was definitely a tough choice, like, down to, I didn't go down to the days of the decision, but it was really tough to decide, into more of an established organization with the Lynx, obviously, and knowing Cheryl from USA, and then kind of taking a chance on, like, this New York team that's been not that great the last few years. That's trying to build something new. Obviously in an amazing market in New York with some pretty good ownership. So there were kind of two really different opportunities. And so I ultimately went with like the new one. I don't have any regrets. I think things work out the way they're supposed to. And I obviously ended up right where I'm supposed to be. And obviously I did a lot of really good things with, New York last year. We didn't win a lot of games, but I think a lot of the work we did off the court was pretty powerful and the opportunities that I had while I was there. So you land where you're supposed to be.
Any last questions for Lay?
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks, guys. All right, everybody, I will get this uploaded and sent out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.